Guys ready for a bombshell. The Guardians down, Strange halted the destruction. Master Ancient One appoints Strange Guardian of the New York Temple, but he flat out refuses. He doesn't want to be a superhero. Strange just wants to be a doctor, healing hands, not turning people into rabbits. Master Ancient One thinks he's not ready yet and still wants to hold on to the past. Strange thinks Ancient One isn't such a great guy either and tells them to spill the tea on him using dark powers. Ancient One doesn't deny or confirm, just turns and walks off, leaving them in doubt. Just as Dumb blames Strange, here comes Caecilius back with his buddies, ready to give the temple a blast. In a critical moment, Strange conjures a dimension, which makes Caecilius' magic go totally haywire. Caecilius blows his top and decides to deal with Strange in the forbidden dimension. He's a total control freak. Strange and Dumb have no choice but to make a run for it. What a hilarious mess. With the enemies closing in, Strange runs while trying to open a door to escape. Caecilius spins the street 90 degrees. Strange tumbles onto a bus. The two keep fleeing, and the forbidden dimension is a chaotic mess like a can of sardines rolling around. Eventually, Strange gets caught by Caecilius, falling down. Truly a case of life is unpredictable. Caecilius is ready to deliver the final blow, but surprise. Strange gets pulled away by the ground. Turns out, Master Ancient One shows up, and he can control Strange's forbidden dimension. The Dumb spots Dormammu assembles on Ancient One's forehead and instantly his heart breaks. Zadal, the Master, bowing to darkness for power, total shocker. Ancient One still tries to persuade Caecilius, but he won't listen at all. Caecilius goes for it, sending his lackeys to distract Ancient One while he sneaks a punch. Ancient One gets kicked out of the forbidden dimension, and both Strange and Dumb are panicking. But Ancient One falls from the sky onto the street, worse than a bird flapping its wings. At this moment, Christine hears Strange calling out, and he's as frantic as a cat on a hot tin roof. In a state of panic, he drags someone along while incessantly rushing to perform surgery on Ancient One. Seeing his trembling hands, he remembers they're still not healed, so he hands the scalpel to the unimpressive doctor. Strange has grown up without realizing it. Surgery isn't a burden anymore. But before the surgery even starts, Ancient One's situation takes a nosedive. He's on his last legs. Strange finally realizes something's off, feeling lost, and hastily lets his soul escape. Indeed, he's right. Ancient One's soul just left the body, floating out of the surgery room. Ancient One seems to be waiting for Strange. He's been working hard to protect the Earth since he was young. But he took a dark path for power, causing the downfall of everything with a tragic beginning. He grabs Strange's hand, looks lovingly at the world he protected, and then poof, gone. Strange's heart aches. He used to worry only about his own hands. Now he's ready to fight for the whole world. He kisses the dearly missed Christine, and without hesitation, he puts on his magical Strange returns to Camertage, and Dumb feels heavy-hearted, thinking he's been fooled by Ancient One. Strange scolds Dumb. Caecilius has already destroyed 2 temples. The world is on the brink. There's no time for self-pity, so they gear up and head out. But when they arrive, they find Hong Kong Temple has been destroyed. Dormammu's darkness has descended. Dumb feels utterly defeated, convinced that everything is finished, but Strange doesn't share that belief. He plans to use the Eye of Agamotto to turn back time to when the temple wasn't destroyed. A grand reversal is underway. Caecilius catches wind of Strange's plan and quickly gets ready. However, Strange successfully casts a spell, and Hong Kong starts rewinding like a remote control video. Dumb quickly intervenes, using his stick to hook Caecilius' foot and catapult him into the wall. Meanwhile, Strange breaks free from the rubble. No words needed. The restoration is about to begin. The dark dimension is about to be kicked off Earth, and Caecilius is desperately smashing walls. A powerful hit sends Strange seeing stars, interrupting the time manipulation. The restoration process is halted. Time freezes at this moment. Everyone feels like they've hit pause. The world is about to be devoured by Dormammu. Suddenly, a light bulb goes off, and Strange seems to have found a way to deal with Dormammu. He immediately flies up in style, speeding into the dark dimension, landing on a planet. A pair of enormous eyes pop up in front of him, and the Dark Lord Dormammu makes his grand entrance. If you enjoyed this adventure, don't forget to subscribe to our channel.